collaboration, SEAMEO SEN and Canva in recognizing outstanding educators across Southeast Asia while transforming learners through inclusive, creative, and future-ready practices, has thus initiated the SEAMEO SEN Canva Creativity in Education Award 2024 as a platform for teachers to showcase their classroom innovation, highlighting how they foster student engagement, accessibility, and the 21st century skills in diverse learning environment. Therefore, the award is open to all Southeast Asia public and private mainstream and special education learners, teachers from kindergarten, primary, and secondary schools with students aged 5 to 18 years old. We welcome teachers to submit a classroom story that reflects how they create inclusive, creative, and future-ready learning experiences in line with this theme provided. Starting 10th of September 2025 until 18th of October 2025. So maybe we can hear a little bit from Ms. Jo regarding on this some guides and tips on how to participate in this contest. Shall I hand it back to Ms. Jo maybe?
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Great introduction. Okay, so the award is going for a few more weeks. So this is a really exciting time for you guys. We've just spent the last hour or so looking at how we can create content in Canva that is adjustable to our different specific needs of our students, and then how we can use AI to really help support in creating some of that content as well. So we've got Canva tools that can support with accessibility, and we have Canva AI that can really help support with student engagement and consolidation of concepts there as well. So on the first page here, if we head to the next page there, you guys will have the new link for this presentation. Now, this is an incredibly useful one for you guys to grab. So do make sure you're either taking a photo of the screen if you don't have your device with you, or you're typing this into your account right now. bit.ly/SEAMEO SEN 3, because this is the presentation that is going to talk all about the actual Creativity in Education Awards, how we access it, what templates we need to use, and how we can submit it. So on the next page, just a very quick overview of what the Creativity in Education Award is. We are really looking for creating some really accessible content and classwork activities for our students. It is open to a multitude of different countries. And what I love about this is there's an award at the end of it. We know that the award is ensuring that our students are accessing, really amazing resources to help support them in becoming future-ready students, but there's also something in it for us as well. So let's head on over to the next page. If you grabbed that bit.ly link, you will be able to access this website here as well. But I'm sure if you just drop into Google, SEAMEO SEN Creativity in Education Awards, it's going to give you a breakdown of the entire process from beginning to end. But what I'm going to do is really get into the nitty-gritties of this. So on the next page, let's have a look at the prizes. I love that, this is terrible for me to say, but I do love that the US dollar is quite weak at the moment compared to the Australian, because $1,500 is pretty good when you think about conversion fees. First prize is $1,500, second is $1,000 US, third is $500, and there'll be special recognition of 10 participating teachers within SEN schools of 200 each. So that is pretty incredible. It's not just going to be a first, second, and third. That additional 10 people are going to also get some sort of amazing little kickback for the time they've spent in this space as well. You'll also all get a digital certificate, an acknowledgement, and an invitation to a regional virtual teacher showcase and sharing session as well. So I love, the idea of collaborating with other schools and seeing how they've been using content that is accessible to their students, and getting different ideas on how different people approach different accommodations that need to be created or used within our teaching and learning to ensure that our students are getting the most out of the lesson. On the next page, here is our eligibility list. So all of the different countries that are able to participate. And I know that we have a whole bunch of people watching from online that have come from just about every single one of these countries as well. So that's pretty incredible, the reach. And we hope that we might even get some more people watching this after the fact that want to sign on up for us as well. On the next page, just the theme of this year's Creativity Award is Teaching for Tomorrow. Creative, inclusive classrooms for our future ready learners. We know that we are teaching students who are going to be in jobs that have not yet even been thought of. So we need to create innovative and creative thought thinking students so that they are able to easily transition into these roles as technology continues to evolve. If we think about all the students that were in university learning to or majoring in a specific area, and then bam, out comes AI, and some of these jobs are now not even going to need to be required. We need to be able to instill these future ready skills within our students so that they can continue to pivot throughout their career. So on the next page, let's jump on in. Here is the criteria. So we do need to ensure that the content that we are creating is relevant, that it is innovative. So think outside the box. If you've if you've done something 100 times before, how can we tweak it to make it new? We want to think about the impact on our students' learning and the use of local content, as well as how we're using Canva to support us in that content generation. You'll also then be sending off for submission your presentation, and we'll be looking at the clarity within that as well. On the next page, for those that grabbed that link, we have access to the template, and I'm going to walk you through each of the pages on this template as well. So we don't want you to head to Canva and to open up a pre-made template, because that's not you guys getting in there and creating it yourself. And we're going to be looking at how you guys have been creative and innovative in the content that you have built for this presentation in the final submission. So this is a link that will take you to that presentation that you can then use to build out the content for this particular award. On the first page, so the next page on this slideshow, this is the first page of your presentation. Please do try to keep all of the logos and the branding consistent, and ensure that you just simply double tap into these text boxes here. So whatever the content is that you guys are focusing on, that'll be probably the title of your presentation, and include your name, school, and country as well. We're just going to follow each of these different little text box instructions within each of the different slides here as well, to make sure that we are ticking off all the boxes that our judges, which include some various people from all over Canva, including our head of product for Canva Education, and she's going to be involved in the judging for this as well. On the next page, you'll be able to see how to complete your presentation. So we're going to ask that you are telling a story. So we're thinking about, the theme being teaching for tomorrow, creating future ready learners, following the prompts in each part of this presentation, and adding evidence. That evidence might be pictorial. It might be using your charts and graphs that we talked about today. Maybe you're putting some work samples that students have created into here to really ensure that we have written that lesson plan and that activity, and then we can prove that we were able to actually embed it, and these were the results that our students came out with as well as including a reflection for how that lesson went, what tools you used, and how they helped to support your learners, and then to submit that as well. So we'll come back to how we can submit that in just a moment. On the next page, this will show you how you can share your presentation. So we don't want you to share something that's editable. We want you to share a template here that is a public view link. Now, a public view link is going to turn the presentation, your completed final project, into its own little web page. So when we head to share in the top right hand corner, we scroll down to where it says public view link. This is going to turn it into a website that is not accessible via a Google search. So you don't need to worry that everybody else who's in your competition is going to be copying your ideas. They actually have to have access to the link to be able to view it. But what this will ensure is that it is not accidentally amended or modified or edited by anybody along the way, you're sharing a non-editable view-only link, but you can embed interactivity or links that go outside of that within there as well. So I've actually shared with you 3 public view links today for the 3 different presentations. You are able to use that interactively. You can click on links, but you're not able to actually edit the content within there. So that's just a little example of what it looks like to the end user. On the next page, at the scoring criteria we talked about before, so we can skip this page. And on the next page, we have here, I'll just give it a moment, like a title here for our classroom story. So each of these pages that we've looked at up until now, they're your instructional pages. You can delete these pages. So keep them there until the end. And when you're ready to submit these, you can delete them, or you can right click on them and you can hide them. So if you do want to keep that instructional page there for reference later on, if you right click and then click on the button hide, it will actually keep the pages there, but when you share that public view link, nobody else will be able to see those hidden pages. So next page, please. We have a nice blue page. This is going to be your title page. So do include within here your school, subject, grade, and your classroom story that you're going to be creating. I love this. It's nice and colorful. If you need to, please do ensure that you keep the little logos up the top there, but you can change fonts if you need to for accessibility. On the next slide there, a short header. So you can include pictures within here. What I love about these frame placeholders is that you can also embed videos into these spaces as well. So this can be not just a static slide. You can be ensuring that there, if you'd like to include, you know, like a design process or a thinking process or an end result or a video submission, you can include them in these frames too. Next page, please. Just another short header. These are different ways that you might present your content. So next page. This is giving you a variety of different ways that you might present your content. You can use one and use it consistently throughout, or mix up your pages there. I know that the eye is always drawn to something that's different. So to continue to use the same page format on every single slide could become repetitious and monotonous. But that is up to you guys how you'd like to present that as well. Next page, please. Okay, then we want you to think about your creative approach. So you can keep these subtitle or these little heading pages in here as well. And you can then include within here evidence, snapshots. If you've used your quick flow to ideate or to plan the structure or the lesson, you can include all of that information in there as well. If you guys are including an interactive whiteboard that your students are all collaborating and ideating and, you know, planning and researching, you could put a link to your whiteboard in there as well. That would be an incredible way to show how you've used Canva within this actual activity. Next page. Okay, some other little pages within here that you guys can use to help support. So we can skip this one. I skip the next one. These are just your little placeholders. And this is your reflection and impact page. So this is where, after we have completed the activity, so we've kind of talked about what the activity is, the process, and this is after you guys have completed the activity, your reflection. Your reflection might be students reflecting. You might include a video. Maybe they're going to type up something. Maybe you're going to send out a poll or a quiz for your students there to reflect, and how you can collect that data and then turn that data into a chart or a graph. And then you can include all that information within here to show the impact that lesson had on developing new skills with your students. Next page, please. We have 1, 2, 3 pages here. This one will talk about the 3 points we want you to address. On the next page, we also have just our placeholders again here for your different presentation designs and layouts. Next page. And again, next page. On this last one here, it is just like a little, you don't need to keep this page here. It's just kind of just your little motivational page about how we would love to help, you know, with Canva in supporting your creative processes with your students there as well. So this page can be deleted. It's just your little motivational prompt to get you going. Next page, please. Here's your timeline. Okay, so you have until the 18th of October to get that started. That 18th of October will be your deadline for your entry submissions. And then for the next for the next couple of weeks between October and mid-November is when the judges will be looking at your public view links. So include all of the information that you need within your public view link by the 18th of October because judging will begin. So by midnight or close of business that day. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone will be able to jump in and let us know if it's close of business or midnight. But scoring and the judges getting together to have a look at all of those entries will then go up until the middle of November. Your winners will be announced worldwide 18th of November, and there will be an online awards ceremony with both SEAMEO SEN and Canva between the 18th and to the 20th of November there. So very exciting times coming up, very busy times. But hopefully today, using all of these cool tools within Canva, your creative juices are already ticking over. Next page, please. Again, just a little on how you guys can share that public view link. Okay, on the next page, your support and resources. Here is your submission link. So you'll be able to grab this link not only the SEAMEO SEN website that is dedicated to the Creativity Innovation Awards, but you can grab the link from this place as well. This is where you are simply going to grab that public view link. You're going to put it into this submission form, fill out extra details about you, your school, your project, and then click submit, and that needs to be done by the 18th. On the next page, we can skip this one. We just love our little emojis at Canva. The 3 decks that we have talked to today to help support you in creating the content for this project. So the first, take a photo if you haven't grabbed this link. It is SEAMEO SEN 2025. This particular deck will talk about how you can use accessibility features within Canva education. On the next slide, it is our second presentation on how you can use Canva AI to accommodate for different learning needs, to create visual content, to help support with creating or writing content, but remembering that that content is only a baseline or a springboard for which you then need to go in, tweak and customize for your particular circumstance there as well. And on the next page, the third slideshow, which is this presentation, all about how the expectations, the timelines, and how to submit your entry into the Creativity in Education Awards. Now, the next couple of slides we can slide through pretty quickly. They are just the links. So again, how to access the presentation template. On the next page is the website link. On the next page is the MOE Teacher Hub that has a whole bunch of extra support documents for you. And then just reiteration on the next couple of pages of Canva's Design School. So after today, if you thought I need more support, you can jump on into here. And on the next page, into here for your Teacher Essentials. On the next page is your Teacher Resource Hub. If we go on to the next page again, if you want to get some other cool ideas on how people might have used Canva with your students, you can jump on into the teachers community. Again, on the next page, we have our Canva Design School link. And on the final page, we'll leave this one up for a second. There's my email. Unfortunately, I won't be able to jump on in and give you any design tips because that would be me showing preference to one team over another. But if you do require some support that you can't find on Design School and that you need help with in accessing Canva tools, or, if you just go, Joe, you mentioned this, but I can't find it anywhere, I'm happy to help support you. But I can't actually support in terms of you sending me what you've made and me helping you with that. That would be unethical. But I'm here to support you with the use of the Canva software. So do grab my email if you need it, and I'm here to support you with the software itself. On that last page, just to get you excited, happy designing. I'm very excited to see some cool things and to hear who the winner